Merry Christmas, everyone. I know I said that in the last video, but it's whatever. Don't worry about it. It's time to review the last movie for Christmas month. A Miracle on 34th Street. Wait a minute. We just reviewed that one. What's going on? This is a phony. This is... Oh. You got the guy from Jurassic Park in this movie? Sign me up. Oh, wait, it's a remake. How is it? Well, as I talked about in my first review, A Miracle on 34th Street is about a big old jolly man who gets a job at Macy's for Christmas time. He does a really good job at his job. Some of the people that work there don't have faith in Santa Claus, so he tries to help them get faith and also try and win a court case and proving that he is Santa Claus, while also being jolly, happy, and overall just a great guy. Man, do I love the original Miracle on 34th Street. It's such a classic. It accomplished so many things with a small premise and a small story and a very simple premise. As that's how I should put it. So, you're gonna make a remake of this movie. How is that gonna turn out? Most remakes, let's be for real here, are shit. Most remakes nowadays are not good. Or nowadays, more people seem to be going for the direct sequel. Like, for example, ever since Halloween 2018 went big, everyone's like, oh, start over and make a sequel. You know, we'll make a direct sequel. And we'll make the true sequel to this film that was popular. For what reason? Money. So, it's of no surprise that this movie was undoubtedly made for money because, God, there are so many differences. And we'll get to that. First things first. The story, it's the same as the original, so I can't really complain about it. It's a good story. It's a good story. How are the actors? I like the actors. The actors are really good. I honestly think that the Santa in this movie, played by your old boy from Jurassic Park, is honestly a really tough call because both of these Santa Clauses, both interpretations of this Santa Claus on both Miracle on 34th Street movies are really good. Both of them just have this charm and happy, warm, fuzzy feeling to them. They both have this childlike innocence and a grown man's body. And that's all I want from Santa Claus, the big old fat man. It's like, that's what he is. He's the symbolization of, is that the right word? He's the symbol of happiness. Well, other than your boy, Jesus Christ and God, so. But yes, I think both versions of Santa Clauses are very good. And I can't really, compare the two because they both bring a little bit something different to the table in their own right. I'm not going to say which one's better because I don't really have one that's better, but they're both equally good. Just know that much. How are the actors? The actors are fine, but I will critique this movie on one note. Because it is a remake, there's a lot of elements that are repeated from the original. So therefore, the characters and the character traits and their motives and whatnot, it's the same as the first movie. So there's a lot of the same stuff that you've seen before. But it works well. The actors do a good job. They do a good performance. I like the little kid actress especially. I know some people complain about her being too happy and, oh, she's the little rain of sunshine. But you know what? Who cares? It's a little kid. You're going to really, be harsh on a kid. I like the kid in this film. She was good. And one of the changes I do like is the fact that her mom isn't so strict. Unlike in the first one where she was very strict. But I do prefer the mom in the original. I think that she was more strict in the original. So I like the fact that her motives in this one were a slightly bit different. She seemed more like, well, in the first one, it was more because... Fuck, I forgot. Let's just say this. In this movie, the reason she doesn't tell her kid about Santa Claus is because she was let down in life. And I thought that change was okay. It's fine. You know, all the characters are fine. There's not one that I disliked, except for the main villain. Oh yeah, so one thing I should mention. In A Miracle on 34th Street, Josh, get it right. There's no real bad guy in the film. It's all like, you know, your corporates trying to make as much money as possible, but deep down they have like a good heart during the holiday season. You know, it's all about money in the end, but they all have a heart and they all acknowledge that, yeah, I believe in Santa Claus. But with this film, when was this film made again? 1994. Yeah, let's throw in a big corporate bad guy who doesn't actually care about anything with the holiday season or the heart. He only cares about money, and he has 2 minions or 2 bodyguards or 2 workers that, you know, are evil, and they're trying to come up with this plan to destroy Santa Claus and prove that he's not the real Santa Claus. So, you know, it's a little... I think my biggest gripe with this film is that, unlike in the original, where the characters were so well built, so well acted, it didn't need music. I know that sounds weird, but you hear me in a second. The original didn't really have that much music going for it. Like, for example, in the courtroom scene, there's not a lot of music playing in the back. Especially during the emotional scenes. There are music cues, and there are moments of music, but it's not like throughout the film. In this film, there is so much whimsical and Christmas music that it almost kind of feels like that they're hoping that the music will tell you how to feel, instead of, you know, letting the good performances do the work, which they are good performances, but I think that the music kind of distracts just a little bit. I don't know. That's how I felt. I think someone else agrees with me on that, but that's kind of how I felt when I was watching it for the first time, this one. And I'm going to be honest, some of the changes that were made weren't really necessary. I mean, heck, let's be honest, this film was... this film really didn't need to be made. But, you know, money. So, it's whatever. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't take me out of the film. The movie as a whole, that's fine. It's fine. It's a good Christmas film. The message is the same as the original, and it's fine. The changes that were made, some were good, but I think the majority were unnecessary, but it's fine. Let's put it this way. If you want to watch a colorized version in modern times, you know, at least for the time, because it takes place in 1994, you know, if you want to watch like a modern day Miracle on 34th Street, this is fine. It's a good film. It's well acted. Message is good. It's the same. Film as a whole is pretty much the same. Not too much different. And that's probably the movie's biggest problem or con, is that it is the same. But, you know, can I really hate on the movie for, you know, being whimsical and happy and just being a good Christmas film? Because this movie is good. I'm not going to deny that it's not good. It's good. So, here's what I'll do. I'll give it a B, because I'm kind of slap dead in the middle of it being good. I'm not like, you know, oh, it's good, but it's got big problems. Or I'm like, no, this is a really good film. I'm nowhere in the A category where this film is great. I'm just in it's good. I like it. Yeah, it's good. Well, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in 2022. Can't wait to see what it holds in store. I'll see you next year, buddy.